Hi friends, we all spend a lot of time hunched over desks and computers and driving the car, so this series is going to be about opening up your chest, getting a little more space to counteract that daily grind. You're going to need a blanket. If you don't have a blanket, towels work just fine. A block or something else similar to this size, a thick book will work as well. And we will need a chair at one point that you can move around. So we're going to start with a heart opening roll. So take the blanket, fold it about like this, roll it from the short edge, a couple rolls, just to make a small roll. Lay it back on your mat, across the mat. Then we're going to lie on it. We're going to lie back with the roll just below the level of our collarbones, shoulder blades, that is. Going to open up your chest a little. Take your arms wide if that feels good, and then just close your eyes and relax. We're going to stay here for about 50 breaths or so. So if you want to count down breaths, that's fine. Take your time, make it up so you can move that blanket over to the side out of the way. We'll need it later. Come back down onto your back and do a bridge pose series. Feeling that knees bent, shoulder blades under, weight on your shoulders. First, we're going to flow into bridge. So as you inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. And continue to go up and down at your own pace. Then come down, take your feet a little wider. We'll windshield wipe our knees. So exhale, both knees in one direction to a twist. Inhale through center. Exhale to the other side and go side to side. Come back in the center, bring feet hip width apart again. We're going to come up into bridge. We're going to hold it this time. Once you get into bridge, move your chin away from your chest a little bit, then puff your chest up more. You need to squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then relax your hips down. Let's open our knees wide, soles keep together to bound angle. Relax for a few breaths. And bring your knees up. Now the next form of bridge, we're going to come into a bound bridge. If you can, you're going to grab the fronts of your ankles with your hands and come into bridge. If you can't reach them, you can just bring your fingertips closer to your heels or wrap a strap, necktie, or belt around your ankles. Then lift up into this bridge. Really squeeze your shoulder blades together and move your chin away from your chest. And then relax down. Hug both knees in. Keeping your knees here, spread your arms wide. We're going to do a few twists. Inhale your legs to one side. And exhale through the center and go side to side with your breath. And come into center. Bring your feet down for one more bridge. I call this pillar bridge. So we'll lift up. You can either just hold your hips with your hands or try to come up high enough so that you can bring your palms under your sacrum so your weight is on your elbows. They'll really lift you tall. Again, move your chin away from your chest. Breathe here. And then relax down. your knees into your chest one more time. Go ahead and make your way up to hands and knees. Okay, once on hands and knees, work through a few cat-cow stretches. Exhaling as you round. Inhaling as you drop your belly and look up. When you come into cow, really lift your chest forward and up. Then come to neutral spine. Bring your right foot forward into a low lunge. Make sure that foot's not back under your knee, but kind of out in front of it. Settle in. Bring arms overhead. Then bring your hands to the top of your sacrum and back. Start to settle your hips as you pull your shoulders back. Lift your chest. Belly stays firm. Breathe deep. And then relax up. Bring your hands down to the mat. Take your front foot, turn it to the right, 45 degrees. Right hand to the knee, left hand wider. Sink your hips, push that knee open. Pull that right shoulder back. Open your chest up towards the ceiling. You can lift your right arm up and back to open more. And then turn back. Realign your foot and knee. Come up. Inhale, bring arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. As you inhale, open your arms wide. Lift your chest, pull your shoulder blades together, firm belly. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, bring them down. Take that right foot back. Work the left foot forward into your lunge. Come up, get stable, and then bring your arms up. Settle into your lunge. Now your hands come down to your sacrum. So again, pull your shoulders back, firm your belly, lift your chest up. Look up a little bit. Inhale, bring your arms up. And exhale, relax them down. Turn your front foot to the left, 45 degrees. Left hand to the knee, right hand wider. Sink your hips, push the knee open a little, and pull that left shoulder back. Lift your chest. That left arm can come up and back. And then bring the hand down, realign the foot and knee, come up. As you inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, bring hands to heart. Inhale, open your arms wide, lift your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Bring that foot back behind you and relax down into child's pose for just a few breaths. Come up onto hands and knees. We're going to do heart surrendering pose. Your hips stay above your knees, your belly stays very firm. Walk your hands out to down dog. You can keep just the palms on the mat rather than your elbows, but it's okay if the elbows come down. Then start to let your sternum sink towards the mat. Let your forehead come down onto the mat. If that's not much of a stretch, you can look up and put your chin on the mat to make it more. Firm belly. Roll your forearms in so your thumbs press down more firmly, and then roll your shoulder blades out. Sink your sternum. And then relax, start to bring your chest up, walk your hands back in. And then bring your fingertips together on the mat, thumbs and fingertips touching. Feet wide, and push up to a tripod down dog. Push your hips away from your hands and let your chest sink towards the mat. Rolling your shoulder blades out. And then come back down onto your knees. Stand on your knees. Excuse me. Hands to hips, firm your belly. Begin to lift your chest, pull your shoulders back, and push your hips forward. Really lift, feel the stretch through your lower ribs. Gotta really squeeze your belly tight. And then come up. Sit back toward your feet. And if this one's too intense, you can do what we just did instead. Bring your hands back behind you and start to lift your hips up. Press your thighs forward. And then relax down. And then come down, resting child's for just a couple breaths. Come up, drop your hips to the sides. Bring your legs around in front. Now lie down on our back for a fish pose. Arms come by your sides, palms down. Rock your hips so you can bring your hands under the top of your sacrum on each side, palms down. Then we're going to lift up onto our elbows, lifting our chest up, letting the top of our head drop back. So your weight's not really on your head, it's on your forearms. Puff your chest, activate your legs, spread your toes. Pull your shoulder blades away from your ears, feel like you're lifting your sternum up towards your chin. Breathe. And relax, calm down. Now we're going to make our way up so that we can find our blanket again. Going to do a back roll this time. So take your blanket, put it like this, and roll it from the long edge. Start to roll it forward. So you get a nice tube. Lay the tube on your mat. And then sit with the blanket just at the back of your sternum. We're going to lie back on the blanket so that it is under our spine. It's going to open our back up. You can take the end of the blanket, probably curl it over to make a pillow. Make sure neck and everything's comfortable. Then close your eyes. We're going to take about 50 breaths. Just relax. Take your time. Roll over to one side, move that blanket roll, we're done with it. Start to come along up. And now we're going to need our chair. So bring your chair onto your mat so that it doesn't slip. And do a little shoulder and heart opener. Hands come onto your chair. Walk back, feet are under your hips, so you're making an L with your body. And then start to sink your chest down. Keep your belly firm. Gently roll your forearms, press the thumb side of the forearms down a little bit more and roll your shoulder blades out. Squeeze your belly, really let that sternum sink towards the mat. Keep breathing deep. And then start to come up. Move the chair out of your way. Come back to your mat and find your block. We're going to do a standing heart opener. So bring the block between your thighs. Squeeze that block just gently. Then your tailbone, roll your tailbone down towards the mat. So you're going to be squeezing your glutes, pulling your tailbone down. It's very important, keeping your belly firm. Hands come on the top of your sacrum, shoulders pull back together, and then begin to lift up with your chest. You may lean back just a little bit, but mostly lift up. Keep squeezing your belly and dropping your tailbone down. Make sure you're still breathing deep. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward fold and relax down. Remove that block. Come down to your knees and make your way briefly into down dog. And then we're going to bring our right leg forward into pigeon. Cross it under you. Walk the other leg back, and with your firm abs, lift your chest. Make this one about lifting tall. Pull your shoulders back as tall as you can. Then relax down to your full pigeon for a few breaths. Come up onto your hands, make your way to down dog for just a couple breaths. Now I'm going to bring the left leg under, cross it under us, walk the other leg back, again, firm belly, sit tall. Lift your chest up, pull your shoulders back. Like there's a string attached to your sternum, lifting it up. You can feel a stretch from your ribs. And then relax all the way down. Come up, step back to down dog. Now drop down to your knees. And for this next pose, we're going to need a bolster. A lot of you don't have bolsters at home, but you can take a rolled up yoga mat, wrap your towel or blanket around it, and do just about as good. I'm going to put the bolster lengthwise on the mat. Going to sit on it. We're going to lie back so that our shoulder blades are actually supported on the mat. So you'll need to adjust how far forward or back you are. Probably the top of the bolster comes right below your shoulder blades a little bit. Then you're going to lie back. Once you feel good and comfortable, shoulders should not be hanging in the air. They should be firmly down on the mat. We're going to relax. We're going to take about 50 breaths here, so just relax and breathe. Take your time, come up. Actually bring the bolster out on the mat. Come into kind of a wide knee pose. Bring the bolster between your legs. You can cradle it on your forearms and relax down into a supported child's pose. And finish your practice here. Somewhere between 10 and 50 breaths, just relax.